Up, everybody. Happy whatever day it is that you're hearing this. And whatever time, I hope you had a good day. Today, we are here to talk about something that kind of shook me up a little bit. Just want to bring some awareness to it because we're all experiencing, whether you are in Mexico or if you are in the United States. And that would be, wait, did the earth just hit fast forward? The planet says, zoom, zoom, bitches. That's exactly what's going on. And so we're going to delve into what's really going on scientifically and spiritually, psycho-spiritually, and how it's affecting us. Also, if you didn't get a chance, go back and look at my article on the Schumann resonance for those of us who are awakened at 3 a.m. Or just going to sleep at 3 a.m. and what your environment is actually doing to you. We live in a vibratory frequency field. Where we live is alive, just as we are. What's going on outside of us is also going on inside of us. So, that article will give you some insight on how you're directly affected, and it does depend on where you are geographically. Now, in the States, because you're living in a lower vibrational field frequency, where you're susceptible to certain entities and bodies of energetic fields, you're going to feel that 3 a.m. wake up. Here in Mexico, because it's more settled and the earth is vibrating, and this is my opinion, at a higher frequency, you can find ways to get through it. We have aids. You know, the one thing that I found out is this tea thing. You got to stop buying that tea in the aisle. You know, I often say, shop on the periphery of the store, just around the edges. Don't do nothing in the middle. All the good things are around the edges. So, or the outside of the aisles. Pardon me. So, you know, I found out that real tea is in the pharmacy. Here in Merida, the tea by Herbasil, which is great, go online and look them up, is actually located in the Pharmacia. Not Pharmacia. Pharmacia. See, it is made of authentic, non-GMO leaves and materials, right? And everything is on the back of the box, on the back of the pack. Also, they have another section in the store you can find more tea, because I believe tea is healing. I really like tea better than pills. In the produce, in the back of the produce section, and if you're here in Merida, it's over there in Soriana. In the back of the produce section, in the freezers, it's only two. More tea, loose leaf, tea verde, green tea. They have a slim tea, and they also have a sleeping tea, right? So, if I'm having those 3 a.m. nights where I'm waking up and can't go back to sleep, or if I can't sleep at all, I have found that herbal tea in the produce section, in the freezers, is a work of wonder. Now, you will need a vessel or a container to put it in with holes so that it, you can drink it, you can siphon out the nutrients. Always cover your tea. That will keep the oils from the leaves inside of the cup and percolating, y'all, I'm telling you. So get out that Bigelow aisle and get into the pharmacy and see if you can find tea there. And also, the bags sometimes are toxic, have toxic material. So to avoid that, check out the produce section at your local grocery store, or if you're here in Merida, Soriana's is where I know that it is. Pardon me. So now on to the subject of tonight, which is, time is speeding up. I can't believe that this is my 4th summer here in Mexico. It's amazing the time has passed so fast, and it has been we were talking about this tonight, a forward progression. I feel that I've made way more strides here in Mexico than I ever could in the States. Matter of fact, in contrast, the States has regressed, right? And it's being heavily affected because it is in a lower frequency about, it's being affected by the Schumann resonance very heavily, and the intensifying of this rotation. Now, for my research, because on Soul Soil, I do the research so you don't have to. It says that it's by millisecond. It's milliseconds, but milliseconds add up to seconds, seconds add up to minutes, minutes add up to hours. So you are affected not only on the clock in a physical manifestation, but also in a psycho-spiritual and even mental, as we keep up with everything that moves faster, like TikTok. And they are talking about it on TikTok. And so, I figure I would, give you all the tea, keep it chill, and keep it to where you can understand it. And not only that, but apply some things to your life to help you use this speeding up of time to your advantage. Because believe it or not, there are some advantages to the increase in time. And I think most of us, pardon me, my Gen X group and older, but to my younger people, we remember a time when it used to get dark at 9 o'clock, easy, in the summertime, 9 p.m. People on the West Coast may still get a bit of that flavor. I'm not sure. Chime in, let me know. But Midwest, 8 o'clock, 8:30, sunrise at about 5:36. 5:30 to 6:30, depending on the season, right? But now, I'm right here at the equator, right? So I'm getting hit pretty early. So my sun over here is coming up at 4 a.m., 4:15 a.m. Sunlight, like a light switch went on. And then at night, we're getting dark right around 5:30. Right around 6 p.m. So those 9 p.m. nights that I remember growing up with the lightning bugs that I see are becoming extinct. I can see as I get older, the distance, speaking of things speeding up, between that time and the time of today, and most definitively the time of tomorrow, which we're talking about. So let's talk about, the speeding up thing, the TikTok conspiracies, and the drama wrapped around it. So here's what scientists are saying. That the Earth is actually rotating faster. It's doing it. It's moving. It's like, come out, please. We thought maybe we were, and I think most of us have noticed it, but I think we have got fixed in our minds that we have more time than we actually do. So the days are getting shorter. The nights are getting shorter as well. And Earth's rotation is indeed speeding up. So what does that mean for us regular folks down here? We're losing milliseconds, as I mentioned. It sounds small, but they do add up. And trust me, over time, we will see how it's manifesting. We will see the days getting faster, and the clock, depending on where we are, it's changing. They're even talking about taking away a second or two on your clock. So I remember when the time changed in the States and Mexico got rid of the time change. We had a big issue on our computers. This year it was fixed, but the first year I got here, my computer was out of sync and I could not get the time right. So the seconds do add up. Maybe we should have a negative leap year, you know what I mean? A negative leap second. So to catch up, and I think that's what scientists are trying to estimate, and my research has brought me to that conclusion. And pretty much we're just looking at each other like, what happened to the day? So in response to the dimensional detox or the cosmic energy shift that we're going through right now, you're probably plugged in if you're listening to this and you feel it on a deeper level. You know what I mean? Like your intuition is telling you the earth needs to get its act together, and the whole vibration shift is serious. That has something to do also with the sleeping, the sleep pattern, and then you add scrolling to that, you add distractions to that, and then primarily you add the heaviness of what's going on if you're in the States, what's going on where you are. You know, the world may feel like it's rushing or like you're running out of time to do certain things. I mean, the past year, some days felt like a month and other days just vanished completely. I lose days sometimes. I have to ask, what day is this? Does that sound familiar? It may to you, and I would say, for my research and intuitive oracleism, hey, the veil between timelines is thinning, and time itself is a little wobbly. And so, Earth spinning faster is, I believe, because we are ascending. It's moving into a higher frequency, and honestly, it's dragging us with it, whether we want to go or not. So if your days feel like they're getting faster, like you're running out of time, you're not alone. It's just a cosmic shift, right? So time is collapsing, but in a good way, sort of. So let's be real for a second. What does that mean for us on this side? Why do we care if Earth's spinning faster? I mean, it's not like we can change it, right? But here's the kicker. We're in the process of breaking down old linear time. You know, we always been taught that, you know, time is fixed, is linear, is fixed. And this thing we can measure, we can track. So it's starting not to fit into these time boxes. You know, it's changing. The whole speeding up thing is part of the process of us moving away from the old understanding of time. We're called to be more fluid and timeless space where things are happening faster, right? Sure, we can look at it like, you know, time is collapsing around us. However, it is also creating more opportunities for us to step into a higher dimensional of awareness. And that's where we need to be. Get to be. Right? Because we're not meant to be bound by linear time anymore, fam. You feel that? We're shifting into a state where time is less than rigid, more expansive, more aligned with our natural flow. If you're up, you're up. That's the most creative time. It's 3 a.m. What is your soul trying to say? What are your ancestors trying to whisper? So Earth, yes, doing a little twirl on its axis. And if you feel a little out of step, like you're running to catch up, maybe it's just the universe's way of saying, let go of the clock and step into your real rhythm, your time. right? So, what can you do about it? Well, for one, take a breath. Take 2 breaths, seriously. Feel the speed, feel the intensity, but also know that you're not just existing in time. You are creating time. The quicker it gets, the more power you have to define your own rhythm, your own flow. Yeah, while the earth speeds up, we're all also learning how to slow down in the right way. So let earth do her thing while we ride the wave of faster days. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see time for what it really is, an illusion we can choose to live or to bend. All right? So, that's it for now. My cosmic fam, catch me on the next one when we talk about how to surf this vibe without losing your mind. Stay grounded, stay present, and always remember you are the beat of the universe.